Welcome in, everyone. We have some breaking news. More U.S. bombers are racing into the region of Venezuela. This one is even spicier and dicier than when the B-52s showed up in a show of strength. This situation is rapidly developing. I am filming this on October 23rd, Thursday, October 23rd, as bombers were spotted right off Venezuela, multiple bombers. I repeat, we have American bombers closing in on Venezuela. We do not know the full extent of this situation. We do not know exactly what is going on, but we're going to break it all down to the best of my ability. Before we get started, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, cost you guys absolutely nothing. Huge boost to the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. What do you think about American bombers once again for the second time flying off the coast of Venezuela? Hit that bell, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. DMs are wide open. Send me any information you got. Now let's get into it. So just a few days ago, we flew B-52s, a package of two B-52s escorted by F-35 stealth fighter jets off the coast of Venezuela. They flew all the way from Louisiana, linked up with the rest of the package, the F-35s, and then flew off the coast of Venezuela and flew in a bunch of circles to essentially scare the shit out of the Venezuelan government and Nicolas Maduro. Now, we knew that that flight was happening because the transponders on the B-52s stayed on for most of the flight. They were not trying to hide what they were doing. In fact, they were doing the exact opposite. They were making it crystal clear what they were doing. They wanted everyone to see. The world was watching. All the flight tracker data was watching. Now, obviously, the F-35s, they did not turn transponders on. They were never picked up until the United States military admitted they were there. Well, this situation is a little bit different. So I'm going to throw this up on the screen. This comes from ARR3CHO. It is a good OSNet account, and it has been tracking this. So it says today around 8:30 UTC, the B-1B Lancer bomber, the Air Force registered 860127, departed from Dyess Air Force Base heading east. Approximately 1.5 hours later, the KC-135R Stratotanker, tanker registration 638879, call sign DREW14, departed from MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa. So you can see when they initially leave right here. So what you see on your screen here is the flight tracker data of one of the planes. Here's where things get real interesting. These planes went dark immediately. They went dark all the way down to the Caribbean, all the way down to Venezuela. So we have a little bit more information here. Let me get it up on the screen for you. It says two B-1B Lancer long-range heavy bombers with the U.S. Air Force's 9th Bomb Squadron stationed at Dyess Air Force Base in Texas are currently on a mission over the Caribbean Sea, possibly carrying out another show of force mission off the coast of Venezuela. Today's flight follows a similar mission last week over the Caribbean by several B-52H Stratofortress long-range strategic bombers, accompanied by F-35B Lightnings forward deployed to Puerto Rico. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. This is the most interesting part about this. What you see here, what you're looking at here, is the bombers just briefly flipped on their transponder just momentarily to get picked up right off the coast of Venezuela. Now, I can guarantee you there are fighter jets, there are stealth fighters that are with these bombers, and they're lingering off the coast of Venezuela. They flipped the transponder on. Everyone noticed they were there, sent everyone into a frenzy, and now they have gone dark again. It is believed, according to some people in the area who might know what's going on, they might already have turned around after just briefly showing themselves and disappearing, but we cannot confirm that because the transponders are turned off. I repeat, the transponders are turned off. The B-1 stealth bombers are in the dark. They've gone ghost to the rest of the world. And right here, so this is the brief moment where they had their transponders on. It says 2 U.S. Air Force B-1B Lancer long-range heavy bombers, BART-21 and BART-22, have appeared now on flight radar over the southern Caribbean, roughly 50 miles off the coast of Venezuela. The bombers appear to be conducting strike rehearsals, likely in preparation for future strikes ordered against the cartel and the Maduro regime in Venezuela. Now, the Venezuelans, throw this back up here. This comes from the same account. I think it's pronounced Arrecho, ARR3CHO. It says S125 Pacharo 2M is today in Barcelona. I can't pronounce that. On Anzo Antigua. Coordinates, it gives the coordinates of the location of the missiles. So we got some pictures. These are surface-to-air missiles that the Venezuelans have scrambled out. The Venezuelans are arming themselves. They are putting all their air defenses on high alert. They have them ready to fire at U.S. planes. I want to be crystal clear. They have not fired as of making this video on October 23rd. So this is where the missiles are. You can see it right there. Now, I'm going to put this on. So it says the S-25, this is the missile they have rushed out. One of them says the S-25 Neva is a Soviet surface-to-air missile system that was designed by Alexei Izov to complement the S-25 and S-75. It has a shorter effective range and lower engagement altitude than either of its predecessors and also flies slower, but due to its two-stage design, it is more effective against maneuverable targets. So came into service in 1961. So this is a look at it right here. So this is over 64 years old, and this is what the Venezuelans have rushed out to take these planes on. And then if we go here, here is, let me get this up for you. Here is another Sam Book M2EK system. Right there, they are locked and loaded. They are ready to roll. So that is the Sam Book. Let me see if I can get these photos because I know we've talked about this. So that is this right here. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you. That is one of these bad boys. Was designed in 1972, has been in service in 1980. It is a Russian-Soviet design. Yep, that's what it is right there. So this is the interior, but those are the missiles that they are preparing to engage the American forces with. And then on top of that, Venezuelan says President Nicolas Maduro said Wednesday that Venezuela has 5,000 Russian man-portable surface-to-air missiles to counter U.S. forces deployed in the Caribbean. So they are now threatening to shoot down our planes. They are threatening to use portable SAM, surface-to-air missile SAMs, to take down our aircraft. This is as hot of a situation as it's going to get. This is absolutely crazy. I got to get something teed up for you all here. This is, it is almost go time. The United States, what we are doing right now is we are essentially doing simulating bombing runs. But now the transponders are off minus a brief, tiny little minute. They are not showcasing where they are. They are not showing what they are doing. They flew down there in secret. They went right up to coast of Venezuela. Venezuela is rushing missiles to its coastline. It is rushing missiles to defense areas. But here's the thing. We're going to hit those missile sites with cruise missiles first thing before the bombers even enter Venezuelan airspace. We're not going to let one of those missiles get off the chain. We are going to blow those SAM sites up immediately with cruise missiles. Now, we might have some developments coming in here. Okay, they're saying anything. Okay, it is on high alert. I'm bringing you this information. It appears Venezuela is going on high alert. Private jets are fleeing Venezuela. Multiple private jets have left or have taken off in Venezuela, hiding their transponders. I'm looking at the information right now. We do not know where these jets are going. We got air defense active. We've got private jets leaving. We do not know where the B-1 bombers are. This is an absolutely insane situation. And I also want to show you guys this. President Trump did talk on Wednesday, October 22nd, about the situation in the Oval Office. I'm going to play that for you now.
Drugs by sea, they call it also. That's almost down to nothing, as you can imagine. So they continue to come in by land at a little bit less because they see something is going to happen. They don't like it. They see something, and they're right. Something very serious is going to happen. The equivalent of what's happening by sea. And we're going to Congress just to tell them what we're doing, just to keep them informed. But we have to do it for national security. We have to do it to save lives.
So there's President Donald Trump talking about how we have to hit these people to save lives, hit the boats, hit them on land. You got to do both because they are pushing their poison into this country. Now, I want to be clear. This is a breaking news situation. It is a fluid situation. It could change. I just want to be crystal clear about that because we have bombers in the air. Again, in the air, the bombers are airborne. We do not know their location. I do not think they're going to bomb right now. I do not think they're going to bomb today, but I do not know. I think that what they're trying to do is probe Venezuelan air defenses, probe to see how long it takes for the air defenses to pick up where they are, figure out the location of the air defenses. And you can do that because when an air defense system goes active and it's sending its pings out, you can gather that information. The F-35 is great at it, and then essentially learn their locations. But this is as hot as it's been so far. The bombers are in the air. We are going to keep monitoring the situation. I'm going to keep bringing you the situation. So stick with me. I'm going to give you guys the breaking news as I have it, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this whole situation? When do you think we will bomb? What do you think Venezuela will do? Please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, cost you nothing. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Reach out at any time. I'll see you all when we have more information.